Hello, brothers and sisters. Today I will try out another topic of JavaScript, that is object freezing and object sealing. So in some cases, it is required that we have an object and we don't want to change this object from another site or from another function. So we want to keep that object intact so that no one can change the properties of that object, or sometimes can change the value of this object or add some new properties with that object. So how we can achieve this? Let's say, for example, we are saying that we have a student type object, which name is this, and which age is, let's say, for example, 23. So what happens when we want to freeze that object student? So as we know that JavaScript objects are very flexible. You can do anything like this. New prop changed. We can do this, right? But due to this line number 6, we are not allowed to do this. If we log now student, so let's see what is the output of that. You can see this, right? So sorry, I will just open up a new terminal. As you can see this, there is no property called new prop. So you're not allowed to add any kind of new property with that student. So and even you can't change any property. Student dot name, this is also not allowed here. This is also not allowed here. This is not changing. But what happens if there is another object, nested object, detailed? Let's say, for example, this is a nested object, and we want to add new property with that detailed object. Detail, right? What happens here? We can add and change any new properties with that nested object. There is no harm in it. But as the objects are plain, those are not nested objects. Properties are not nested objects. We can't change those. So there is another method called sealed. Those are very common. Then this behavior will also change. Let's say, for example, what you can do when you seal, we can't add any new properties, but we can change the values. We can do this. This is the valid operation when we seal an object. This is a valid operation when we seal an object. See again, this is also valid, but this is not valid. When we seal an object, we can add new properties, but we can change the existing one. What is the basic difference between seal and freeze? Freeze offers you two layers. Like you can't add or change. In case of seal, you just can change. You can't add. That's it. That's the basic difference between seal and freezing. Yeah, that's a pretty good question for the interview process of any JavaScript interview. Interviewer may ask that how you can achieve this problem, solve this problem, to not change any properties of a JavaScript object. This is a way. There are some other ways you can do this as well. So I'm just focusing on this. Yeah, that's it for now. Stay blessed.